Nerds. My name is Neeps, aka Watch with Neebs, and I'm here with my co-host Jazz, aka DJ Ish.
It's a weird week. I get it.
It's you're in DJ Ish. You're Ish. How's it going, Jazz?
It's been a week.
It's been a week, man. We are doing our Salaam weekly episode. If you don't know, our Salaam weekly episode is where we kind of recap anything that happened this week, anything that's going on. It could be reality show related, it could be nerd culture related, or it could just be random stuff that's been happening in our lives. So we kind of just come on, we try to talk to people in the comments and see what people want to talk about. What about you, Jazz? What's going on with your life?
Monday, my new niece was born, so
Awesome.
that was cool. Yeah. I was in Dallas, and then I came back, and now I'm behind on everything.
Oh no, what shows are you behind on?
Shows, dude. I'm just behind on life.
Oh man, it's crazy. I'm trying to find this one article that I wanted to talk about, but we can get to that later. All right, cool. So, one of the biggest news that happened this week is the new Spider-Man game that came out. Everyone's talking about Spider-Man 2, which is exciting. And if you don't know what Spider-Man 2 is, it's basically the game that came out for PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 came out with Spider-Man game by Insomniac. It did really, really well. And then they had a spin-off of it, which was the Miles Morales game. So even though this is called Spider-Man 2, it's actually the third game in the Spider-Man legacy for PlayStation 5. And if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It is a fun game, and swinging through New York City is super cool. One thing that people don't know about the original Spider-Man game is there are situations where Spider-Man will run into a hijabi and he'll help somebody who is wearing a hijab, and then when he goes, she thanks him, and when he goes in to hug her, she goes, "No, I'm sorry, I can't hug." which
That's
I
hilarious.
which I think is so awesome. This is
It's
like
so good.
whoever came up with that sense of like inclusion was fantastic, spot on. And not only that, but the 96th Street Masjid and Mosque is also available in the Spider-Man. So if you go swinging all the way up to 96th Street, you will see the mosque where all the Muslims in New York City pray, and it's super cool. I think I love that. I love the fact that it's so detailed. It's such a detailed map of New York. It's amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Um, I actually saw some gameplay footage of it, and apparently, like when you're fighting one of the bosses, it's like Attack on Titan, which is an anime that I watch.
Oh,
So
for
it's
real?
really cool. So if you're an anime fan and you've watched Attack on Titan, you're gonna really love this game.
That's really cool. They did have one glitch in this, and they said they're gonna fix it in the next patch or whatever. So basically, in Miles Morales, there is a Cuban flag in his room, which is which is wrong
Wow.
because he's Puerto Rican, and
Right.
the Puerto Rican flag looks a little bit like the Cuban flag, but like what a mistake. That's not a good look. That's not a good
Mm-mm,
look.
nope.
No. But I went to the Comic Con San Diego panel where they talked about this game, and it looked incredible. It looked so good. And one of the things that's really cool about this game is the voice acting, because the person that they got to voice act Venom may be the best Venom voice that we have ever had. The voice for Venom is immaculate. Like, it's so good. And if you know the movie Candyland, it's the guy who played the main villain in Candyman.
Sorry, I was looking at the comments. Our one of our, you know, our regulars, Uniform Keel's like, "Hey, have I heard the rumor?" And I'm like, "It's the Quake thing again, isn't it?"
Yeah, we heard the rumor about Quake. It's used making it. He's trying to make it a thing. Have you guys heard
Hey
the rumor
man,
about it?
I respect the effort. If you can manifest it, great.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's really cool, man. If the other thing is this same company that is making the Spider-Man game, it's I believe they're also making a Wolverine game.
Ooh,
So there people are asking, will there ever be a Spider-Man and Wolverine crossover? So that's going to be really cool. And they said that, if Spider-Man 1 was our Iron Man and the Miles Morales game is or and Spider-Man 2 is our Civil War, then they don't like where are they going to go from Spider-Man 3 because this game is a very like Civil War type video game because as you know, Venom is the main villain in this video game, but Venom doesn't become Venom right out of the gate. The symbiote also always goes to Spider-Man first, and it attaches on Spider-Man, and then it goes to Eddie Brock, who becomes Venom. Now, in this
mm-hmm.
storyline, I don't think it's Eddie Brock who becomes Venom. I think they switch it up a little bit. It's a little bit different. But the reason Venom has the Spider-Man logo on his chest is because Spider-Man or Peter Parker was the symbiote's first love. So the symbiote is actually in love with Spider-Man. And if he had the choice, the symbiote would always go back to Peter Parker. He likes Peter Parker more than Eddie Brock. So it's one of those things. And I think they kind of hinted at it in No Way Home because Tom Hardy's Venom looks at the screen and he sees Peter Parker and he kind of licks the screen a little bit. And I think this kind of hinted. So like the symbiote is literally in love with Peter Parker.
That's not weird at all.
It's a weird relationship. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
I know, I know. So that's our Spider-Man news, man. I love me some Spider-Man news. So it's just exciting. Like video games are really stepping up in terms of like the nerd culture space because they're making like the Batman game are amazing. They're making this.
hmm
The Gotham City game just came out, which wasn't that great, but it was still a lot of fun to play. But the Suicide Squad game is coming out. Unfortunately, Suicide Squad, I think like some people played it and they said it was really bad, so they're like went back to scratch and they're redoing all the gameplay and stuff. So
honestly, good. Like,
yeah,
if you look at what happened to other games out there, like Overwatch, right? Overwatch 2 was supposed to be this amazing sequel to the game. You're gonna have like a first person or a single player mode, a story mode, and it's gonna be a lot different. A lot of your things from Overwatch 1 would carry over. They made all these promises, right?
yeah.
None of it happened. So
Mm.
effectively, people who bought Overwatch 2 paid $60 to play the same game.
Oh man,
And rightfully everybody's pissed, right?
yeah, yeah,
So if a game company is going to take time to do it right and it's going to take longer, but they're going to redo it, I approve because that's a great thing. Otherwise, you just
yeah,
end up with a bunch of angry people. I want you to do the game right and make it a quality game as long as it
yeah.
takes, and then people will play it.
Yeah, and that was the thing with the Kamala Khan Avengers game. Like that game has such a great storyline, but the gameplay is trash. It's like it's not a fun game to play, which is really sad because I love that game because Kamala Khan is front and center in that game. She is the main character, which is amazing, and the storyline is fantastic. It's a great storyline, but the gameplay is just not there. It's just not super fun.
Right, then it's a money grab and everybody's going to be mad. So no, make it right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I really, if we get into more and more in video games, I think we should start doing a Salam's games section where we review video games and talk about video games a little bit. I think that might be fun.
Better yet, we should just stream us playing on Twitch.
We could do that. We could stream us playing on Twitch. I don't know how to use Twitch, so I still got to figure that out. So, like, can I stream on Twitch with my PlayStation, or do I have to play on the PC to stream on Twitch?
You can definitely switch or stream on Twitch.
No, no, but like through my PlayStation, or do I have to do
hmm
it on my computer?
On your PlayStation, I used to stream Destiny on my PS4.
How do you do that? How do you stream on like I don't know. Get a capture
What Dwayne
card.
said, get a capture card. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. What is a capture card?
You know what?
I'm an idiot, all right? I don't do these things anymore. I'm not hip. I'm not like I used to be into all this stuff when I was college. Now I'm an old man, and I don't know what capture cards is and
Give
all this
me
stuff.
1 second. I actually have one.
Oh, okay, cool. Is it like a little literal card, or is it like a like a NVIDIA video card that you got to install in your computer?
Okay, so what it is, it's a device about this big. I can't find it
Yeah.
right now because
Okay.
I haven't streamed from a PS4 in a while. What it does is there's an HDMI input and an HDMI output. So the input goes to your PS whatever 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
The output goes to your TV. Then there's a USB that connects to your computer, and that USB will take the video signal and you can stream with it.
Interesting. All right, man. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll start streaming stuff because I have two games that I want to start twitching. I don't know if that's what it's called. One is the Star Wars.
Actually, I just looked it up, like, because I also remember this. You can actually, I think on the PS5 you can just directly stream. I
Oh,
think it's
can I?
built in now.
But then, how do they get your face? How do they do your face thing?
Oh, that you definitely need something else for.
Right? Because like I
Then
see
you would need a
people.
computer with a capture card and everything.
Okay, yeah, because I see people. They're like playing video games, and you see their face while they're playing, and like I want
Hmm.
to do that. That looks cool. I do have
It's
a
like with Twitch
Switch.
Studio and all sorts of other things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Maybe one day we'll get there. If Toyin seems to know what she's doing, we gotta have her on and have her explain this to us. I think she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. So like you said, some consoles have a Twitch app, but it's not great. You're right. It's not very customizable. It's not like, it's very bare bones. She's absolutely right about that. But it's a cheaper option if you don't want to go through the whole streaming computer setup.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, since I already have a PS5 and the quality of the games are better on PS5, I feel like that's the way to go. But I guess you could always just have a really nice computer and get the PC version of the game and just get like a remote adapter.
Man, so that's always a hit or miss. And I'll tell you
Yeah?
why.
Why?
PC games sometimes are just not optimized the way they are on consoles anymore. It used to be the PC games were always better, but
Yeah.
lately with the newest generation consoles, you know, they're comparable, if not slightly better.
All right. So the thing is, my PlayStation is all the way over there, and my computer is all the way here. So I would have to figure something out. But you know what? Let's wait till Black Friday, because Black Friday I'm gonna buy myself a brand new computer and have a whole new setup, and then we're gonna do all this crazy stuff. And we're gonna get on Twitch, and we're gonna do all types of fun stuff. So Salaam nerds. After Black Friday, if you know a good deal on computers, hit your boy up.
Or we'll just find you some good computer parts and build you one.
We could do that, or somebody can sponsor us and send us a good computer, and that way every time we do something, it'll be like free ad for them.
Ooh, Origin PC, if you're listening.
Yeah, true. By the way, speaking of ads, our ads on our Spotify are going crazy. So there's a new option on Spotify thing where they do smart ads, where like we used to like pick where we want our ads to go. Now they have a thing called smart ads where you just click smart ads and they automatically put the ads in your podcast wherever they see fit, and they optimize it for like where the audience can make the most amount of money. And like we've been getting like really relevant ads, which is really cool. And like I don't know, this is new technology, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I'm digging that. Oh, and toying in the comments saying you need a powerful PC to stream and play at the same time. Yes, you do. There's a reason I have spent a significant amount of money on my computer.
Damn, man, it sounds exhausting. I don't know. All right, maybe
Oh
we'll
yeah,
do
no,
it.
no. My graphics card alone costs $1,500.
Oh, fuck that. I don't want to do that. All right, we have crushed my dreams of being a video game Twitcher
No, we
in like
haven't.
one
You
episode.
can get the capture card, play it on PS5, and just use a slightly better or way cheaper PC just to stream it.
But then, like, don't people need to hear you play and like say words and stuff like that?
Oh, all of that can be done if we just use a console. Like, it's not a problem. Is if you want to play and stream at the same time on one machine, like I do, you need a very powerful machine.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
So your
use the
dreams aren't
console.
done yet.
All right, we'll figure this out. We're gonna bring on Toyin, and she's gonna explain to us. Jazz seems like he knows what he's talking about. I don't. I'm an idiot. But I don't know. It'll be fun. And like, if I'm buying the game, maybe I can write it off on my taxes and say like, hey, I need it for for work.
No, you could.
Right.
As
All
your
right.
accountant, yes, you can.
Hey, all right. All right. It's not too bad. So this is all we have on gaming. Toyin, definitely join the podcast. We need to have you back on, man. We haven't had Toyin on forever. Especially now that I'm a One Piece aficionado all of a sudden.
Yeah, Toying, we finally got him into anime. So
I know. I'm finally all in. I've done what, 400 episodes, 500 more to go, or 600 more to go. Oof. It's,
wait, where are you in One Piece? I'm just curious now.
Yo, so there's this episode of One Piece, and it was so disturbing that I actually just like had to turn it off and I couldn't watch. Apparently, he gets like mushrooms growing out of his body, and he's on an island with all women, and the women don't
Amazon
know.
Lily arc.
Yes, and the women don't know what a man is, so they start ripping off all of these mushrooms that are on his body, and apparently there's one mushroom on his body they can't seem to rip off. and and I'm just like, what am I watching here? I hope nobody walks in on me while watching this. This is so awkward.
It gets better.
Or worse, I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure how to describe that scene, but yes, okay.
Yeah, that was bizarre. I was watching this and I was like, this is why I never got into anime. Cause this episode is exactly what I thought all anime was, just like weird, freaky shit.
All right, so I promise you, once you get through this little gap in the middle between Water 7 and the arc that I truly love, which is the Marineford arc. You know, yeah, that little arc or those couple arcs in the middle were really weird, yes, but then he never went back to that.
Okay, all right, fine. All right, whatever. So that's fine. So we talked a little bit about anime. One thing I do want to talk about, I went to go to a screening today, and the screening was for a movie called Americanish, which was really cool. It was by a woman named Aziza, and it's basically a really cute story. It starts off a little clunky, a little trope-ish, but then it like redeems itself through the middle, and it becomes really, really good at the end. And like the things that you thought were tropes were kind of like, put upside down and into their heads. It kind of works out really well. It's a really good story. It's about these three girls who are Pakistani and live in Brooklyn, and two of the girls are sisters, and their dad just leaves their mom just high and dry because he wants to date a white woman, apparently.
Oh, there is a trope. Okay, got it.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's not really what the story is about. But it starts off a little clunky like that. But they go to pick up their cousin, and their cousin is straight out of Pakistan. And her cousin comes to America to find a Pakistani doctor to marry. And then the oldest sister works at a PR firm, but she works for like a racist Republican candidate. And then the youngest sister is trying to go to med school. And then they all meet guys, random guys. And there's like this love story, and it's really cute. It's a good story. It starts off a little like you're like, oh, here we go again with all these tropes. But the movie really picks up in the middle. You get invested in the family. You get invested in the stories. A lot of like big actors are in there, but this movie was started filming 3 years ago. So some of the big actors in there were not really big when they were filming, and they're big now, which is funny. One of the guys is one of the main advisors on Logan's board in Succession, Jim Rash.
Okay.
Jim Walsh, I forgot his name is. And then the other guy that's in it is Mo Amer. Mo Amer is one of the guys that they fall in
That
love
guy's
with.
name is David Rash. His name
David Rash.
Yeah, his name in the movie's Jim.
Oh, that's what it was. And then Jim Rash, I believe, is the dean from Community. So I think I got them all mixed up. Yes. So he's the guy from Succession. He's in it. He has a great character. He plays the boss of one of the girls who is, working for this Republican senator, and he is, a Jewish American. And it's really cool the way they show their dynamics and some of the similarities of Pakistanis and Muslims and in the Jewish community. It's very, very interesting and cool.
We
So I
love the
like that.
representation.
Yeah, I like it. That was really good. And then Mo Ammer plays a cop. So he plays a cop who, falls in love with this girl, kind of. Their story is a little interesting too, but her story centers more around her job. And then there's this young girl who is trying to be a doctor. And then somebody convinces her, she's the hijabi, somebody convinces her that she has to take off her hijab to get guys to like her. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. I hate the way this is going. But at the end, they made it worth it. They made the transition worth it. So you got to like stick with the movie. You got to stick with the journey of the movie because it's actually pretty good. It's a cute story. I ended up kind of liking it. Are not
So
all
real quick in the
Pakistan?
comments.
Yeah, are not all Pakistani and Indians doctors? No, some of us are engineers. Hey, hey. Yeah. And some of us are disappointments. That's really all you have: doctor, engineer, disappointment. Those are the three things you can be as an
It's
Indian or
doctor,
Pakistani.
lawyer, engineer, disappointment.
Yes, doctor, lawyer, engineer, disappointment. Those are the only things you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a cute story. It's called Americanish. It's going to come on probably in Netflix or Hulu in a year. Highly recommended. It's a fun time. And I think the acting is phenomenal. The other person in it is Godfrey. Godfrey is this really popular comedian. He plays one of the love interests, and obviously it's they go into anti-blackness in the Muslim community, but they do it in a way that doesn't villainize the Muslim community. So I thought it was really cool because like there's some cool things that like he says like sometimes Pakistanis are like they see black person they're Muslim, they're like you're a Muslim, and the guy goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure we were Muslim before you. And I was like, that's so true. Black people have totally been Muslim longer than Muslims. I mean, not sorry, longer than Pakistanis.
Yep.
And I thought that's just so funny because like Pakistanis still act so shocked when they see a black Muslim. It's so wild.
Yep. They have been Muslim longer than we have. 100% true.
Right? I love the fact that this movie kind of like talked about that. So it's really cool. It's a cool 3-part love story with 3 different women at 3 different stages in their life. It's really cool. I liked it. It's probably going to come out on Netflix in a year. So keep the lookout for it. It's called American-ish, and it's a play off the word blackish, right? And blackish was a reference to the fact that there's so many arrays of black people in black culture, and that's why they use that same narrative because there's so many rays of Americans here, so that's why they kind of use that same phrase. But it was cool. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really good. The comedy was good. It was heartwarming. The acting is good. I do think like in the beginning when you start watching it, you're like, oh no, these tropes, they're here. But they do a good job of cementing like a solid storyline around these tropes. Is what I would say.
Cool. Well, I got some news for you, man.
What?
Did you know Quake is going to be in Secret Invasion?
God damn it. Oh man.
Couldn't resist.
If you don't know, there's always somebody in our comments, and every time they're in our comment section, they ask us, "Hey, did you hear the rumor that Quake is going to be in this show, in that show, in this show?" And they do it in all of our episodes. And the reason they do it is because there was rumors that Quake was going to be in the Disney Plus show called Secret Invasion, and she never ended up being in the show. So now this guy comes in our comment section and does it for every single show that comes up.
I love it. I enjoy it so much, actually, every time he says it. But in actual news, more anime news, Dubcast has announced there's a new Studio Ghibli movie. And have you watched new Studio Ghibli movies, Eames?
Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time is actually Graves of Fireflies.
No, not that one.
Bro, I cried so much in that movie, bro. Like that movie wrecked me. It wrecked me. If you want to, if you're somebody who's like emotionally constipated, I would watch this movie and watch all of the feelings pour out of you. Like they'll just like pour out of you.
I
God,
cannot watch that movie ever again, man. It was just so depressing and sad, and oh my god.
it's so good though. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, like it's a great movie. Everyone should watch it once. But
Once,
like I will be
yeah.
bawling if I ever watch it again.
Why is everybody shocked? That's my favorite. It is. I like to feel things. Damn it.
I mean, what she's getting at is like there's so many other movies by Studio Ghibli. Like, why'd you pick the saddest one?
It just stayed with me though. It just stayed
Okay,
with
fair.
me. Like some movies just change you, right? They just change you. Like it just hits you in the sore. Like there's like there's other movies. What's the one with the bus and the cat? I forgot which.
My
that
Neighbor
one.
Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro. That one's fun. I like that one. And then there's the one with that Nakabi, who's in the black thing, all black. What's that one called?
Oh, you're thinking of the things from Spirit Away, I think.
Yeah, Spirit Away is really good. I like Spirit Away.
That was one of the best movies ever made, actually.
Yeah, and then the princess one, Princess
Mononoke.
Mononoke. Yes, that one's good too. So I know a few. I know my Studio Ghiblis, but yeah, Grave of Firefly is the one that stayed with me because like I couldn't tell you, I can't recall the plots to like all those other ones, but like the Grave of Fireflies, I can tell you like, oh man, that's just fucked. It's so sad.
Yeah. Okay, but yes, there's another Studio Ghibli movie coming out, so very happy about that. These movies just are timeless, and I believe they're all on HBO Max. So if you've
Yes,
never
they
seen any
are.
of them, highly recommend all of them.
There's no bad Studio Ghibli movie. They're all fantastic.
All good, yeah.
Yeah.
And
My
Toying's Castle in the Sky, also a great one. Yep.
Yeah. What's the one with the little witch? There was a witch on the broom.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yes, Kiki Delivery Service. They're all good, man. They're all so
Mhm.
good. They're fantastic. Highly
Yeah.
recommend those. But that's cool. That's good news. All right.
There was one other thing. Oh, I actually got some bad news.
No. What's the bad news?
So Moon Knight,
Yeah.
no season 2.
Wait, when did they say that?
The director came out recently. He was confirming things, and apparently Loki was the only one that's ever been greenlit for a season 2 of all the MCU shows on Disney Plus. So as of right
Wow.
now, there is no any of the other shows. We don't know if there's ever going to be a part 2 to them.
Yeah. It's looking bad for Miss Marvel also because
Mhm.
they said I think like Sana, who is the showrunner, said that they asked her about Miss Marvel season 2, and she says we'll have to see how the Marvels does. And it looks like the Marvels is not doing great because it's projected to make half the amount of money that Captain Marvel made.
Yep.
Half. So if they're basing Miss Marvel 2 on the success of the Marvels, it's not looking good. And the fact that the strike is still going on and we don't have people talking about it and the actors presenting it and the actors like promoting it, it's bad. It's bad because like for example, One Piece, there was so much promotion for One Piece and it really made people watch it because the cast was so like fun in all their viral stuff and it was all like recorded pre-strike, so they're like really really lucky. But like you see like all the cast like trying different foods and doing like these little things with each other, and then people are giving them quizzes, and like everyone's like, oh my god, these characters are so amazing, and like look how much fun they're having with each other, I gotta check this out. And like people just really bought into all of the actors and when they were promoting stuff, and it really helped One Piece. Now I think the Marvels could really use Iman Vellani and Brie Larson and like everyone, just Samuel L. Jackson or whoever else is in it, just like being out there doing promotion, having all these videos go viral. It would do really well. I bought tickets for the Marvels and like it was like all empty. Like it was pretty much like
Oh boy.
I bought it opening day though, but like opening like the first day they were available, like usually they're like half gone. There were like only 4 seats that were that were sold, so it's not a good look.
Did you buy my ticket? Because I'm gonna be up there with you.
No, I didn't. I didn't know you were gonna be up here.
God
Is
damn
that
it,
is
Apes.
that a, yeah. That's one of the reasons I was at American-ish because one of the presenters, Hiba, she does work for Gold House, and they did a lot of promotions for Miss Marvel. So I was there and chatting her up and being like, "Remember me? I did Miss Marvel stuff for you." So I was there, putting in work. But yes, I can get you a ticket, not a problem. Just let me know which days you'll be here, and we can do it. Oh, so Toyin said my theater was full, which is good. All right, cool.
Actually,
So
let me check my local theaters. Let me see how it's going.
yeah, because I remember no when I tried to get No Way Home tickets, they were gone in like 15 minutes.
Dude, I had to buy those so far ahead of time. Like,
Yeah.
it was insane.
So the fact that like Marvels is not projected to do well is sad. I'm super sad about that.
Okay, at my local. Hold
Yeah,
up. Maybe because I
still
picked a
pretty
bad time.
still pretty empty, right?
Okay, no, I picked a bad time. I picked 5:30 p.m. So let me go to a 8 p.m. showing. Oh wow, it's worse.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's not looking good for us, bro. It's not looking good.
Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seats have been sold.
Damn, that's not good, bro. For a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
we're not getting a season 2 Miss Marvel.
Oh no, like they're all in small theaters too now.
Yeah. I
This
don't
this
know,
breaks my
man.
heart.
I
Like
know.
it's a quarter full at most.
I
And
know, bro. I know.
oh
So I
boy.
don't know. Anyways, listen, guys, go out there, buy tickets for the Marvels, and it is what it is. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get a
Are we
Miss
allowed to
Marvel
promote
too.
it? Like
Yo, I am salty. I don't go fuck anymore because I'm so mad at SAG-AFTRA for sending that letter. I'm really mad.
oh,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
so one-sided, it didn't even mention the Palestinians.
Does not mention the Palestinians at all. Very all siding with the Israeli government. Not even the Israeli people. Not even the Israeli civilians. The Israeli government. Like, bro. Like, it was very one-sided, and it seemed like I don't know. I like if they're not supporting. If they're out there going to support people who are committing genocide, then like I don't know. I don't feel like going out of my way at least to be in support with SAG-AFTRA at this point. The writer strike I'm still in support for. Shout out to them, but I don't know.
And well, the strike's over, so
That strike's over, yeah. But I don't know. Whatever. I'm mad salty and I'm petty.
we know that.
All right. But like speaking of these movies and the strike, let's talk. The thing I want to talk about is all the movies that were delayed. So there's a list of movies that are delayed, because of the strike. I wanted to go over them, and that's what I was looking for before this started. Let me see if I could find it. Hopefully I can find it. It was a tweet. Oh, Invincible 3 is happening. That's another show that we gotta look out for. Oh, the other thing that a lot of people are talking about is this Martin Scorsese movie that is
Yes.
coming out.
I saw Rocky post about it on Instagram, and he said they did it again. So I have to go see it now.
Really? All right. Maybe we can have him on the podcast and kind of talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. And then Twing's saying she wants to Dune. Did Dune get delayed as well?
Dune get delayed. Dune definitely got big delayed. Uh,
Okay.
Damn it! I had a whole list. Where is it? Maybe I passed it.
Okay, I have a list here. So True Detective on HBO, Hacks on Max, Loot on Apple TV, Challengers on MGM, Craven the Hunter,
Yeah, Craven the Hunter was one of them.
Yellowstone, Dune Part 2, Echo, Ghostbusters Afterlife 2,
Yep.
the Dirty Dancing sequel, Spider-Man Beyond Spider-Verse is just TBD now. It's not even like given a
Damn.
day. Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim.
I didn't even know
Wow,
that was
that's
coming out. That was
yeah. It
crazy.
was supposed to come out in April, and now it's going to be pushed back to December of next year.
Yep.
Captain America: Brave New World got pushed back 2 months. The
Dude,
Karate Kid got pushed back
hold on.
6.
Let's talk about Captain America and the Brave New World. I don't know how I feel about that anymore with the whole Israel and Palestine stuff happening, and they're
Oh,
bringing
because they're
on the
bringing in
first
what's her name, Samra or
Sabra, the first
Sabra? That's what it was.
the
Yeah.
first Israeli IDF superhero. I don't know how I feel about that. We gotta think about what we're gonna do about that one. I don't know. That's a tough one because I definitely want to support the first Black Captain America, but also like you gotta be in
You don't want to
solidarity.
support the military occupation, right? I get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a game time decision. But I feel like someone's got to watch it and call out if they're doing some like shady shit, right? If they're like showing stuff that isn't true, if people aren't watching it, how are we going to call it out?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do about that.
Yeah.
All right. What
And
else?
Toying brought up an interesting point. Like, how does Spider-Man get affected since animation? And also, if I recall correctly, they did like both parts 2 and 3 together, so that they could
No,
release them pretty close.
no, they didn't. They did like the storylines for them together, but not the
Oh,
animation and the graphics and stuff. And it's more of an issue with the graphics than it is with the writers and the actor strikes. That one is actually a separate from like the SAG actor strike. It's more of an issue with the special effects team. They
okay,
want to give the
good,
special effects team more time because they
good.
made them work like crazy for the first one or the second one
I
technically.
remember. Yeah, no, I have friends who were working like 18-hour days, 7 days a week for like 4 months. Like, it was insane the amount of workload they had.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Okay, good on
All
them
right.
for that then.
What else we
Um,
got? What other movies?
so Thunderbolts delayed. Blade.
Blade. Oh my god. You know that movie is getting a complete rewrite and complete like everything starting from scratch
Of
for
course it is.
for the second time. For the second
Right.
time.
Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Avatar 3 got pushed back a year. I'm guessing this is like the blue people.
The
So
blue people. Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah. I don't even think they have a script for
Kang.
that.
Yeah, Kang Dynasty got pushed back a year.
Mm-hmm.
Untitled Star Wars film pushed back 6 months ish.
Okay.
Secret Wars pushed back a year.
Yeah.
Avatar 4 and 5. Whoa. They each got pushed back 3 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting. Also, Toyin put in here, Daredevil is getting a complete rewrite, bro. Daredevil is getting a complete rewrite. They're like they stripped everything away. They had the whole thing done, and they just like start from scratch. Fuck it, that's wild.
Is Matt Murdock, or sorry, what's his name?
Charlie Cox.
Yeah, Charlie Cox. He's still Matt Murdock?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
So like, here's the thing, right? Here's the rumors that I've heard. So like, they brought in all of this like Disney stuff where they're like it's gonna be very different than the Netflix one. It's gonna be super different, but it's gonna be the same people. So like for example, like the Kingpin from the new Daredevil is the same Kingpin from the Netflix Daredevil. It's not a variant. It's the same exact one,
Great.
right? But if you watch Hawkeye, he's completely different.
Yes.
He's like strong enough to rip a door from a car with his bare hands.
Okay.
Right?
We
He's
all
like,
know this was going to be written at some point.
yeah, like it was. They made him like cartoonish, whereas the Netflix one made him very grounded and gritty. And then Charlie Cox was complaining that he couldn't bring on any of his stunt people, his stunt coordinators, because they're doing very different types of stunts. They're doing a lot more stunts with wires and acrobatics and stuff like that instead of the gritty punching and like fist fighting and like the hallway fight scenes and stuff like that. So he was
Oh
complaining about that.
no.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Oh.
But here's the thing: the fact that everything's getting a rewrite and getting all done, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're going back to the Netflix. Maybe they're like, you know what, this didn't work. Trying to make Daredevil so cartoonish and all the acrobatics and all like the, She-Hulk type of, version of Charlie Cox, version of Matt Murdock. Maybe they're just going back and be like, no, let's go back and try to make it closer to the Netflix. Maybe the
I
rewriting is a
actually
good
kind of
thing.
liked the She-Hulk version of Matt Murdock there.
I didn't mind him. I thought it was really funny, but it worked for that show. But I don't see it
Right.
working for a Daredevil show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Daredevil show needs to be like dark and gritty, because like if it's not, then it's just like the Ben Affleck version.
Right. Well, as Toying's saying, in the comics, a lot of them are serious, a lot of them are funny. So it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I think I don't mind him being in other cameos and being funny and stuff like that. But in his own show, I feel like he should be serious, and then he can
Okay.
do like crossovers with other people and be funny.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on TV, Ironheart, Abbott Elementary, Law and Order SVU. That show's still going on?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of sex crimes, bro.
Hold up. How long has SVU been on the air?
Special Victims Unit.
It started in 99.
Damn, that's pre Y2K.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is about as long as One Piece. Yeah. One Piece started in 99.
That's crazy. It's basically an anime. Law and Order is basically one as long as anime.
Okay. Yeah. Then Young Sheldon goes X-Men 97. Oh, I'm sad about that. But luckily, it's only due January of next year, so that's
Yo,
fine.
I've watched Young Sheldon. It's the dumbest, most boring show I've ever watched. I don't understand how it's so popular.
I don't either.
Because I've watched it on the plane, and I'm just like, oh my. And if something is boring on a plane, then it's really boring. Because I've watched Transformers, Rise of the Beast on the plane, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very entertaining. And I
It
know
was
for
a great plane movie.
yeah, and I know for damn sure if I watched that in a movie theater, I would leave it pissed. But on a plane, I was like, okay, this is great. I also watched the Ninja Turtle movie, Mutant Mayhem, and that is so good. It's so good.
Did we cover that, or did I miss it?
I don't think you watched it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we didn't cover it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that weird period in June got real busy.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really
Like
good.
50 movies coming out back to back. I was like, what the hell's going on?
I highly recommend the Mutant Mayhem because it's like the only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle where the turtles are actually teenage and and New Yorkers. So like it really felt like teenage New Yorkers. And it's so funny. And what they do is like they film the movie and then they had the 4 actors just like ad lib a whole bunch of like teenage New York shit. And they're like, yo, this shit is so funny. And they just like animated it. They went back and animated the scenes. They're like, bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, it's just so funny.
That's a reference I do not get, but okay, I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's a New York thing, man. Like you go into a restaurant and you're like, yo, can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup? It's like a thing.
Okay.
It's the thing, man. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. It's just the thing. Like, if you go to New Yorker and you spell out like that, they know what it is. You don't even have to say it. It's like B-E. Like, it's just like you just say it and they know what it is.
BECSP? K?
Yeah. Salt, pepper, ketchup. Yeah.
All right.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
Okay.
That's it. It's a New York thing. And they got them wearing like Timbs and shit. And it's just like so funny. And then they're walking around saying things like dead ass. Like, I just like so New York. I just thought it was really, really funny. And it's like really cool the way they kind of did it. Jackie Chan is Master Splinter, which is really cool.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's a cool movie. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. In fact, I want to go back and rewatch the other Ninja Turtles movies because I heard the Ninja Turtle movies are bad, but nostalgically, like the way I remember them, I think they're amazing. Like I remember the first 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles being amazing and fantastic. And I remember them being one of the funniest and the best movies from my childhood. But I've heard a lot of people say that like it doesn't hold up. If you watch it now, it's like cringe.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of want to watch it.
We should probably like do a rewatch and like do a special episode on that to see how it
Yeah.
does hold up.
Yeah. I also want to see the. I also didn't mind the Michael Bay version, except for their faces. I hated the way he made their faces like too authentically turtle like.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like that. That annoyed the shit out of me. But other than that, it was good. I thought it wasn't bad.
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind a Ninja Turtles movie with people in costumes. That just seems normal to me. It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles is such a good like franchise. Like I don't know why it hasn't like blown up. It's so good.
It's a curse.
Yeah. I heard the cartoons are really good and the
They are.
cartoons the 90s cartoons and the Nickelodeon cartoons, they had a crossover. They did a thing where like they went into the multiverse and like the ones from the 90s came to the Nickelodeon version and then the Nickelodeon version went over the 90s one, and when they go into the other people's worlds, the animation changes. So
Yeah.
they look more like the other ones. I heard it's really really good, and then it's funny cuz I think like Donatello is the voice of Raphael in one of it's like it's the same. Like the person who voiced Raphael in the 90s version voices Donatello in the Nickelodeon version, and they like pointed it out like, why do you sound like me? So it's a really funny episode, and the Nickelodeon version is really really good, and the 90s version is a classic. I don't know how it holds up, but it's a classic.
Okay, great. This reminds me of Jimmy Neutron and the Fairly Odd Parents. This may have been after your time, but they
Yeah.
also had a crossover when I was younger, and so I was like, oh my god, the same thing, right? Like
Yeah.
one's like CGI 3D animation, and one is
Yeah.
like 2D flat cartoony animation. And
Oh
then they did
yeah.
have like each of them crossover, and then they were animated in each other's styles. So yeah,
That's
this is
cool.
something Nickelodeon would do. I want to see it.
Have you heard the theory about Fairly Odd Parents?
Which one?
The one where Timmy is actually a 40-year-old man?
Oh no, that's confirmed. That's not a theory.
Oh, it's not a theory. It's confirmed.
Oh yeah, there was a whole animated thing about him being 50 years old.
Oh, I thought it was like a TikTok theory. It's like it's actual like canon.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the theory is that like there was a wish that he made that nobody would age, and he made it 40 years ago, and then he also made a wish so that everybody would forget that he made that wish, and he's
Yep.
actually been 40 this whole time, and he just like gets to be a kid for this long.
Yep.
Well, okay, I didn't know it was legit. I just thought it was like a fun theory.
Yeah. So there are a couple of theories. There's another theory. Timmy's love interest, Trixie.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie? Yeah.
Trixie, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, her best friend, if you look at all the people in Fairly Odd Parents, none of them have pupils except for the fairies.
Okay.
And her best friend has pupils.
Mm.
So the theory is that her best friend is also a fairy, and she's secretly Trixie's fairy.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Have you heard the theory about the Ninja Turtles and their weapons?
Know what?
Oh, that one is really cool. So basically, all of the Ninja Turtles' weapons represent their personalities, and Splinter gave them weapons that best suited their personalities. So, for example, Leonardo is the leader. He is the most level-headed and rational of all the turtles. He's the only one that has katanas, which are actually like a bladed weapon.
Yep.
And Raphael is the most like rageful. He's the one that's like the most like aggressive, and he has the size. Size are basically mostly defensive weapons. They're for defense.
Yes. That is
And
true.
then
Yep.
and then Michelangelo is the most scatterbrained ADHD of the Ninja Turtles. So he has the nunchuck which require the most amount of concentration to use.
This sounds more like a crutch than.
Yeah, no, but like it teaches them to like use this. And then Donatello is the most like scientifically advanced one and uses the most technology. What does he get? A stick.
Brilliant.
The most basic of all weapons.
Brilliant.
So like they all complement their personalities.
Compliment is the right word because I would not say this is their ideal weapon.
No,
This is
but
the weapon to keep them in check.
yeah, like he picked them on purpose. He took their weakness and made it like, or their I guess he I wouldn't say weakness, but they took their strength and made their weapons complement it or something. It's just really cool
Yeah,
the way it
they
works
made them
out.
weaker essentially is what I'm getting at.
I would say not weaker, but more well-rounded. I would say
Sure,
made them more
whatever.
well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool thing, and I think that's not a theory, to be honest. I think they actually did an episode on it and they kind of canonized it.
Yeah. Speaking of theories, did you know Wong is Noob Master 69 in the MCU?
Yes, I did know that theory. Yes. New Master 69. All right, did we finish all the movies that were delayed, or did we get through them all?
Yeah, we got all of them.
All right, cool. Well, those are all the movies that are delayed. We talked about Ninja Turtles. We talked about The Fairly Odd Parents. Talked about Studio Ghibli, and we talked about Americanish, and we talked about the Spider-Man games. So,
This guy.
this comment is so stupid. he says, "Have y'all heard the theory about word party? Each character is a different social issue. If you don't know what word party is a child's TV show. It's for 2-year-olds." And it teaches kids to learn words. So, yes, tell us what this theory is. He says each character is a different social issue. What are the social issues? Now I'm curious. Now I want to know.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Even babies show have like the theories now. What the hell?
Hey man, if you're a parent and you're watching these shows with your kids, right? You
Yeah.
got nothing else going on.
Yeah,
You're gonna be thinking about things, so
that's true.
it is what it is.
Someone told me Coco Melon is just like the new version of Caillou. Right?
What is Coco Melon?
You don't know what Coco Melon is? Yo, listen, you just had a niece. You're going to learn. You're going to learn today, son. You're going to learn. So Coco Melon is this YouTube channel, and it's this bald-headed little baby, and he just gets into these situations, and he's just dumb, and they just do a lot of nursery rhymes, like wheels on the bus go swish, 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 or something like that, right? So they just do these, like, rhymes and
Wheels go
songs,
round.
yeah, wheels go round. I think the wipers go swish, 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 whatever. But yes, it's a kids show, and kids really like it, and they just have these repetitive nursery rhymes. Bluey is another one. Oh, I don't know if you guys have heard, but I went to Comic-Con in New York just a few weeks ago, and Charlie Cox dressed up as Bluey and walked around, and people took pictures with him, not knowing he was Charlie Cox. So this girl was dressed up as Electra, and he was dressed up as Bluey, and he asked her to take a picture with him, and and she had no idea he was Bluey. That was Daredevil. So she's Electra, he's Daredevil, but he's dressed as Bluey.
That's amazing.
That is crazy.
Bluey, I know because I've seen a couple episodes of those. My nephew
Yeah,
watches
yeah.
that one.
Bluey's on the Disney Channel, I believe.
Hell if I know, dude.
I'm all about these.
I need to get kids.
Yeah, just pick them up at the store.
Yeah, just go to Walmart.
Just go to Walmart, pick them up. Yeah, that's what the white women do. Angelina Jolie, Madonna,
Sir, you're talking about Target.
Tarjay.
Target.
Oh man. All right, yeah. Well, that's all we have for this episode, man. Anything else you want to cover before we go?
Nah, I think that's all I got this week.
All right, man. Thank you very for joining us. And if you don't know, Salaam Nerds is the episode where we talk about whatever you want to talk about and whatever's happening that
Salaam
week.
Weekly.
Salaam Weekly, yes, Salaam Weekly. We have like categories. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like now in our podcast, you'll see like Salaam Reality, and then Salaam Nerds, and Salaam Weekly. So we're trying to like categorize stuff so that people can watch the episodes that they want to watch. I don't, if like people don't care about reality TV, they don't have to watch the reality TV ones. They can go to the nerd culture ones. So we kind of like started categorizing them. Eventually, we want to get into Salaam Anime, Salaam Gaming. We're gonna be a whole network.
Salaam Sports.
We could do Salaam Sports. I don't know anything about it, but we can.
You know what? Let's do one right now. All right. Did you see the Houston Cougars versus the Texas Longhorns game yesterday?
Yeah, what a ludicrous display last night. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
All right,
I'm
all right,
sorry.
all right. Get this. All right, fourth quarter, right? Game's on the line. 1 minute left in the game.
Yeah.
Cougs have the ball. It's a third down. They get enough for the first down, so they get another set of downs. But what happened was the refs were like, yeah, we're going to move it back half a yard
Why?
because they're blind.
That's fair. Refs are blind.
So the refs cost us the game.
That happens. But like football the refs in football are not as bad as the umpires in baseball. The umpires in baseball are complete idiots. They get things wrong so often. So
You're
often.
telling me, dude? The Astros just lost.
Yeah. And then they get all
Or did we?
pissy. They get all pissy
Holy
and they like
fuck,
kick out
what the
people.
hell happened in the ninth inning?
Oh, they won?
No, we lost bad.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it. You are cheaters.
Well, fuck you.
Never forget.
Mm-mm.
See, I know a little bit about sports. My cousin actually knows a lot about sports, especially cricket. Like he is super into cricket. We could do a whole episode on cricket if you wanted to.
Yo,
Nobody
we
would
should
watch.
bring him on, explain cricket, like all the positions and what they mean.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly, right? What's a wicket? they have they
What's
have
a
like
silly leg?
yeah, I don't know what those
Right?
Is that like the stanky leg? I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. We could do that, man. It's Salaam Sports. Someone says Salaam Foods. You know that's really funny because I have a food page. I should just rebrand it to Salaam Foods instead of what it's called now, which is Zabiha and Certs.
Yo,
Should I just
Yo.
call it? I could literally just change the name to Salaam Foods.
go for it.
just add it under the umbrella, and then we can have an episode where we go to restaurants and we just like talk about the food that we had and how great it was or how bad it was.
Okay, I'm down.
Salaam Foods, nom 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 nom.
Yo, I mean, we got a shit ton of good restaurants here in Houston. Like, halal food
Should-
capital of the world here. So,
Dude, should we? That would be so much fun. Like what we do is we're like, okay, you live in Houston, right?
Mhm.
We'll go to a restaurant, we'll get takeout, we'll come back to your place, we'll eat it live on air, and we'll talk about how it is.
okay.
That sounds like so much fun.
All right.
Or-
I guess we're just going to be doing this thing full time now, 7 days a week.
But like no, it won't be always. It'll be like a special event. It'll be like Salaam Foods will be like a special
Oh,
event.
please. With how popular it's going to be? Yeah.
Yo, people are gonna hate us. What if we like give some restaurants a bad review and the restaurant owners come looking for us?
Well, screw them. Make better food.
That's true.
Like, that's.
I remember once I gave a food restaurant a rating of a B, and he's like, "Why not A?" And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Because it didn't taste as good." He's like, "No, it should be A," and he got really mad. He wanted me to change my post. And then after that, I just stopped rating food. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna bring awareness to the food. I'm not gonna rate it anymore.
Nah, I welcome the heat, all right? I will challenge them to get better. If they want to cry about it, they can cry about it, or they can do better. And I'll tell them, hey, if you want me to change this, do better, I will come back. And we can see then.
All right.
I will
That's
give you a
fine.
second chance. I have no problem with that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea too. Bring chefs or owners on the show.
Oh, imagine eating somebody's food and rating it right in front of them. So
Yo.
awkward. Be like, oh man, this is dry, bro.
You may want to check on your staff there, buddy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's fun. That might be fun actually.
We'll think about it. You know what?
think
Let's
about
get off this stream and let's brainstorm.
Listen, guys, if you support us, you don't know how big we can get. We'll do whatever you want. We'll do Salaam anything at this point. You not like
I saw
that.
the worst thing, but
Not like that.
I'm not even gonna
What?
say that. Like,
Check out our Salaam OnlyFans.
that's exactly where I was going with it. Like, we're gonna review OnlyFans profiles.
No. But listen, man, like whatever people want to talk about, we'll do, man. We'll be like a one channel stop for everything they want to talk about. And people, send us your suggestions. Also, if you want to be on the podcast, you want to come on Sundays, yo, we're always open to have people on Sundays because we never plan Sundays. Sundays are always unplanned. So if you want to come on an episode and talk about anything, bro, make it happen. Sundays are the days.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all we got for this episode. Until next time, guys. Salaam, nerds.
Peace.